Yeah.
Hey, what up, Joe? Check it out, shorty. It's Big Franco G and Nephew Ooh. Woo! We coming to you live from the trenches. Humble Park, Chicago, man. Boricua, Siciliano. We the fucking mob in this bitch. What you talking about, Joe? Hey, man. We want to thank everyone for subscribing, for viewing.
Like,
we had
share.
some technical difficulties. We back like cook cracking this motherfucker. We delayed this episode a little bit, but we gonna make it extra spicy for y'all.
This for y'all. This
gonna be some elote with extra goddamn what you talking about? Shout out to the visitor. Watch now, the corn man at Bubbles. That's my dog, even though he charged you too much. We're gonna talk about that when Trump come back.
Hey, first topic of the day. LeBron 40K. 40K.
Oh my God.
What does this mean to you?
Franco G showing love to the great LeBron James. Is he the GOAT or is he Sheep James?
Ooh.
I call him Sheep James because when you copy somebody's number and you copy their movie and you don't do neither one as good as them, it's like you're a follower. But let's not diss LeBron because this is an incredible achievement.
How incredible though? Like,
let's say this.
Is this like top of the list or could this be broken again?
Well, I just want to. There's a lot of you stupid idiots going around saying, "Oh my God, LeBron got 40K. Look, he's the GOAT." Bro, first of all, listen to me. Shut the fuck up. I'm right and you're wrong. Woo. Don't you ever forget it. Let me tell you why. Let me educate you guys. I am a true basketball historian, and let me rain some knowledge upon your stupefied little peanut brain, okay? Listen here.
I think I know where you're going with this.
The second, let's just say, who's second on the all-time scoring list? Nephew? Do you know who it is?
Kareem, right?
Kareem. Let me tell y'all something. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the scoring title for 30 fucking years before LeBron broke it. Did we ever call Kareem the GOAT, nephew? Did anybody call Kareem the GOAT? Did you ever remember anyone saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the GOAT of basketball?
I can't recall.
And
nobody older than me or nobody younger than me has ever uttered those words in my presence.
So if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 6 rings, 6 MVPs, both higher than LeBron, and he had the scoring title for 30 fucking years, and we never called him the GOAT, why are we saying this has, like, all this means
like this is the stipulation for LeBron to be the GOAT?
You played long as hell.
Right.
LeBron, we give you credit.
At 19,000 points a year, 21 years.
No, listen, you took care of your body. You have longevity. We don't know what the speculation is with what Kevin Garnett said about you. Are you aware of that, nephew?
Yeah, the steroid stuff.
Hey. I mean, it's a little suspicious.
He getting that good Alpo. No.
Why? Kevin Garnett has been a huge LeBron James supporter.
Yeah, he always says.
Not only did KG say it, there's a guy named, I don't know how to say his name. It's like Chael Sonnen. He's a UFC fighter. He got on a major interview and said him and LeBron James have the same doctor. This guy's tested positive for PDs, the UFC fighter, and he was a champion.
It's some new stuff that is not detectable as
the guy's got a
stuff,
weird name.
Right?
You'll have to look him up, nephew.
Okay,
It's like
Chael.
It's like Chael Sonnen. I don't know. He's got a weird name, but you look it up. He's openly saying, "Oh, me and LeBron got the same doctor." Now, 1, 2, 3. The third thing is LeBron James and his wife are in federal paperwork in a fucking steroids FBI indictment.
Yeah.
They're not snitching. Listen, we're not saying he's snitching. Their names are listed as potential buyers of the guy who was selling steroids. Yeah. It said Rich Paul.
It
was like RP buys drugs for athlete LB. This is in pay. This is not Franco G saying this.
Yeah, no.
This is
it's definitely not him hating. I know y'all gonna say he hating, but this is the real. This is real news.
Like spreading fake lies or like fake, like the thing I said about Fields, like that. This is not some fake shit. This is United States government FBI fucking paperwork. You could go look it up and Google it and do your research. This is not me like pulling some out the air. This is real shit.
They had the same incident with Tom Brady. His wife was getting the shipment to her.
And I don't want to. Listen, we're not convicting nobody.
Right? No. Well, I'm not even convicting LeBron on this.
We don't know.
We don't even know.
But when your
it's all speculation.
To this in 3 different ways, the UFC guy, KG, and FBI paperwork. I mean, 3rd time's a charm for me, bro. Like,
and then
it's too much. It's too much. I'm keeping it real.
And then you're at the top of your game for 21 years straight.
regardless,
It's like
even with
you're
even
doing
if you
something.
listen, even
You're
if
doing
you did
something,
it
bro.
or you didn't do it,
Right.
you're not the GOAT regardless. You're not even close to the GOAT. Now let me get back to what we talk about. We never put Kareem on a pedestal for the scoring title.
We didn't.
Now, this is what the funny thing is. I want all of you genius basketball fucking
Savants.
aficionados, so-called aficionados out there
Right.
to please tell me if you know who is third on the all-time scoring list. And I believe Nephew knows. Nephew, tell him who's third on the scoring list.
Karl Malone.
Paul fucking Malone, who none of us have.
It's not Jordan, y'all.
Yeah.
It's not
We don't
Kobe,
have-
y'all.
Nobody has
It's
Karl Malone in the
Malone.
top 20 or 30 all time.
No,
Probably not
no.
even 50.
Correct.
He's third all time in the scoring list.
Yeah.
This is how meaningless this is
Right.
to us. Like
Yeah.
all it means is you played a long time. That's what it means. Yes. You do got to look at
Longevity. This is a
longevity,
longevity stat.
and you were able to not have a major injury. So we shout out to you for taking care of your body, LeBron.
Yeah.
This is a great accomplishment. It's never been
Good
done.
accomplishment. Hey,
we
you're-
give you props.
you're the king of
40K.
scoring.
You're the longevity, right? You're the longevity.
King of longevity,
GOAT.
yep.
That's the only thing LeBron is the GOAT of.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavs and longevity.
You can be the
He's
king.
like the Cal Ripken of basketball. He's the Iron Man.
You
We
can be
gonna
the
give
king
you
and
that.
not be the
we
GOAT,
gonna
though.
give you that, LeBron. You Cal Ripken. You the Iron Man. I'm gonna give you that, my brother. That's all you getting from me.
Cal
all this
Ripken
GOAT
was-
talk is this
yeah.
complete blasphemy, nonsense, and you guys are prisoners of the moment. And honestly, you just looking at TV too much. There's nothing except added up stats that suggest that LeBron's even in the conversation.
Exactly.
So listen, one last time, LeBron, I bought you sneakers.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Congratulations.
So all y'all to say Franco G, oh no, I don't. I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I'm
No,
a-
he
I'm a
loved
fan of the
LeBron too.
truth.
The
The truth is what I shall
Right.
reveal to you guys. If you're saying shit that's bullshit, I'm gonna set you straight and get you mind right. Because a lot of y'all just smoke so much weed, you forgot what happened in the past. You just go off of what happened on ESPN last night.
The thing
and
that
what they
people
showing
need
on
to
ESPN
understand
right now.
the thing people need to understand about the conversation when LeBron is that it's not us hating on him. It's us giving a comparison of 3 or 4 of the best that ever
Once
been.
you put someone as the GOAT, you're
Right,
gonna
you
get
got-
picked apart.
and then they gotta
'Cause
defend it,
Michael Jordan,
you know?
like we told you before, is the GOAT of all sports, not just basketball. So for you to try
True.
to claim someone's on the Michael Jordan level, man, we gonna look at
Yeah,
every
yeah.
little thing,
It's-
bro.
it's gonna get scrutinized.
You did this to yourself, LeBron.
It's
because
gonna
you
get
go and
scrutinized.
calling yourself the GOAT. So now instead of saying, "Oh my God, let's appreciate LeBron," we always gonna compare you to Michael Jordan, and you always gonna fall short. You're not even like if Michael Jordan is 10 steps up, you like 7 steps below him. I'm keeping it gangster. Being Franco G, I'm right and you're wrong. Get your historical information, get your facts straight. All of y'all need to get off ESPN. Just because they showed something last night doesn't mean that affects the implications of historical information. It
True,
doesn't
true.
change it. But
That being said,
2 3-peats, 10 scoring titles, 5 MVPs. Forget better PER, better defense and offense, blocks plus minus. Let's move on because I'm tired. It's like beating a dead horse. That's how
right.
stupid y'all.
That
are.
being said,
Forget about
congratulations,
it. Forget about
LeBron.
it. Shout out to my dog Joey. Hey, shout out to Joey Merlino, the GOAT. Omer Tales, Siciliano. Wow. We went to fucking mob in this bitch. That's my boy. Hey,
we gonna talk a
all
little
rats
bit.
must be eliminated. Let's go.
Hey,
I got carried away.
we talking to little Cubs though, so it's time to get carried away.
The Cubs, the Bulls, the Bears, the Blackhawks, but we gonna stick to the Cubs. North Side, North Pole, Wrigleyville, Addison and Clark. You know what it is.
And we're gonna open up by talking
the whole
about.
Humble Park, hey, just so y'all know, the whole Humble Park is Chicago Cubs fans.
Oh yeah.
There's no fucking Sox fans in Humble Park. I'm talking about
Right.
there's zero.
True.
There's zero.
Factual.
Go ahead, nephew. Let's talk about it.
The free agents, Chicago Cubs.
We got some. We finally got some good pickups. There was like we were waiting. We were like, oh my God, we got the coach, Craig Counsell. They jumped up,
and
they jumped up.
That was big. That was big. I liked Craig when he was a player. I liked him as a coach.
They gave him a record contract. That's like $40 million for baseball.
Okay, I don't know what the contract was, but I'm happy we got him.
Oh yeah,
I'm ecstatic we got him.
As far as like X and O's and pulling the right pitches out, putting the right pinch hitters, the lineups, Craig Counsell's at the top of the cream of the crop. You understand?
Yeah, I do like Counsell, and we got Belly back.
Cody Bellinger.
We got
were
Belly
really
back.
Nervous. He was in the open market. He was a free agent.
He had half of us shaking, thinking he was gone.
Man, but
we were
the
gonna have to
Cubs-
start a rebuild.
Shout out to the Ricketts family. 'Cause They
Ricketts.
spend that bag.
They
and
do.
listen, so who's the Bears? I'm sorry, it's the Bears ownership again. The McCaskies.
McCaskies,
Hey,
yeah.
McCaskies, can you take notes from the Ricketts when when you're sold out every fucking game for a century? For 100 years, you could be in last place every year. You still sold out. That's how great the city of Chicago's fans are. We are diehard sports fans. We could be in last place for 10 years. We showing up to the gate. We cash out of them tickets, and we blowing all the money, getting drinks and getting drunk, and everyone's having a great time. We are loyal people here, and we're loyal in the streets too. Most of us keep our fucking mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the 6ix9ine. We don't do the Sammy the Bull. We do the Joey Merlino, motherfuckers.
And the Cubs also got a starting pitcher.
Hey, this is how I think you say the great Japanese left-handed pitcher's name. The Chicago Cubs signed top of the line starting pitcher, free agent Shota Imanaga. That's how I got the name, Shota Imanaga. This guy's a bad motherfucker, boy.
Show the fuck is.
Shout out to Shota. Show the fuck is. Hey, this guy looks vicious. He looks like
lightning.
There's something about if you look him in the face, he just looks like he's ready.
He
don't play no games.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna play the game, but he ain't playing no games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you catching lightning in the bottle when you seen him.
This is the type of a signing that could take the Cubs from on the fringe of the playoffs to a guaranteed lock to make the playoffs.
Right.
You heard it here first. Franco G, Nefu, we are predicting. Actually, fuck that. I am guaranteeing the Chicago Cubs, at the very least, make the NL wild card this year.
Mark that down.
Write it down. Take a
down.
picture. Write it down.
Cubbies, baby.
Write it down. Take a picture.
Yes,
Take
sir.
notes and get your cannons out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's big Franco G. And I also want to talk about our prospects, because we have 6 or 7 of the top 100 prospects in the entire Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
In the entire
That
MLB.
farm system is
And
looking
Pete Crow
great this year.
Armstrong, the guy they brought up at the end of the last year, who's our highest top prospect. He's top 20 in the entire major leagues. He was doing highlight reel outfielder plays. He's an expert A+ defensive player, but I think he's going to pick up and learn the offense this year. And I think this guy is going to be Rookie of the Year, NL Rookie of the Year. Pete Crow Armstrong. There's a crazy story about this kid. All you diehard fans, dive into it. Pete Crow Armstrong's mother and father are both professional Hollywood actors, and I believe it was his mother. She was in, oh my God, it was one of those 90s.
That's not Russell Crowe's kid or nothing,
it's
is
not
it?
Russell Crowe, but
Okay,
it's
I was
someone
gonna
not
say,
quite as
wow.
big. But his mother was in one of the famous baseball movies from the 90s.
Oh.
It wasn't Angels in the Outfield. It wasn't Rookie of the Year, which was the kid from the Cubs. Remember the little kid?
The girls one though.
I don't think it was a League of Their Own.
There's no
I
crying
think it
in
was a different one.
baseball.
Hey, someone tell us, comment, show us the comment. Tell
Somebody give us
do the
that info.
research
We need
and
it.
post which. This is the trivia. Hey, let's start a trivia segment. Which movie was Pete Crow Armstrong's mother in?
Hey, if you guys could answer that,
you're gonna get a shout out.
not only a shout out, I will pay for your ticket to go see Franco live March 27th?
Oh!
Yes,
The
sir.
first one
Yes,
to
sir.
answer that trivia
First, be the
question,
first, and you get a free ticket.
Nephew is buying you a ticket to my show, March 27th, being Franco G. After a brief hiatus, I'm back to the stage, baby. From the cage to the stage. My sister, Shy Majesty, will be there.
Yeah.
A bunch of other great Chicago artists will be there. At the world-famous Cubby Bear on the corner of Addison and Clark, March 27th. Franco G, headliner. My first show
And
in
you'll
over
get a ticket if you
Be
can
there or
name
be
the
square.
mom.
And if you name
The movie the mom was in. Be the first.
Person.
Be the
first person to comment on this show when we drop it who can name correctly
the mom that was in the movie.
The movie that Pete Crow Armstrong's mom played it. It's a baseball movie. I know that much. Whoever does that, make sure you give us your information. And Nephew Ooh personally is going to buy you.
You will be on your way on March 27th.
A ticket to Franco G show on March 27th.
At the Cubby Bear.
Let's go. Big North Pole. North Pole, shorty. Hey. Shout out to
Talk about
long live Lil Duke, the North Pole GOAT. I ain't forget about you folks. Free the folks. Big Franco Z. Let's keep it moving.
Talking about coming up in Chicago. Talking about rookies. Talking about making a move. Talking about signing a major deal. Talking about big time name. This name is gonna be household pretty soon.
Wow. Connor Bedard, generational superstar for the Chicago Blackhawks. The crazy thing is, this kid, 18 years old.
Young.
NHL All-Star. He made the fucking All-Star team. 18 years old. And listen, you guys talk about, generational. Oh, excuse me. We don't know about Caleb Williams. When we say generational, we said it about Connor Bedard. We said it about Victor Wembanyama. So 2 for 2 recently, those generational guys have panned out immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Hey, can we admit that?
Yeah. No. But
can we admit they said it about Wemby? We see Wemby is the best rookie I've ever seen in my life.
Every year
Victor
we get one guy.
Is the best rookie in NBA history. This guy's averaging 21, 11, and 4 blocks and 2 steals. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Hey, remember when Franco G predicted that? Do y'all remember that? Do you remember when I said this in preseason and y'all said, well, let's wait and see. He might get injured. He's too tall. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm right and you're wrong. End of the story. Forget about it. But let's get back to Connor Bedard.
When Wemby was in town, people, let me give you a quick Wemby story and Connor. When he was in town, he was hanging out with Connor.
I think I did see something.
They were hanging together.
That's
so that ties that story together.
Hey, we got Wayne Gretzky
saying that
he's stamping this guy like a kilo, like a brick, like Franco used
like
to get
this is mine.
The stamp on the joint.
Right.
Hey, Wayne Gretzky's giving the Connor Bedard the stamp of approval, and dare we say, is Connor Bedard the next Wayne Gretzky? We're gonna go ahead and say
Gretzky think he might be better. That's the words from Gretzky, not from me.
Our nephew,
not from me.
Are you ready to say that we think he's clearly better than Patrick Kane was? He's gonna be. Patrick Kane's first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
he won 3 Stanley Cups.
I love Kaner though, because Kaner brought us 3 championships, and him and Taze, they was amazing for us. Sharp, and
Hey, you got to think the Blackhawks,
bro.
That's our best. That's probably our best team in the past 20 years for Chicago, because they got 3 Stanley Cup wins.
I think that Cubs win outweighs.
They only won 1 though.
Yeah, but it still outweighs.
108 years out. Jesus Christ.
The weight of that one was.
I was. This is crazy, and this is sometimes I'm gonna admit.
You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone with this one.
Hey, Franco
what you're gonna say right now, you're not alone.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
When the Cubs won the fucking World Series in 2016. I was in a federal halfway house on Chicago and fucking Holman at the Salvation Army and the FBI Fed house. I'm going to keep it real with the people. Right. Nephew, we all gangsters in there. We all big drug dealers. We all gang members, all that shit, mafia guys, the whole shebang. I'm going to tell you something. Nephew, not only me, but a lot of us, we cried.
You definitely wasn't alone. Hey, I was crying, I was at home with my kids.
I cried when the Cubs won the World Series. It literally, when the Cubs won, it's like anything is possible. Oh my God. If you're from Chicago and you know the history of the Billy Goat, the cursing, when the guy dropped the fucking fly ball. Remember when the guy dropped who was that? Billy?
Bartman?
No, that was the fan, but who was the guy, the player? Steve Bartman was the fan who interfered.
Yeah, it was Alou. It was Moises Alou was the he was the one trying to catch
for the Cubs to win. It was that would be like the Cleveland Browns winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to give y'all some context there. But man, Connor Bedard, the way he could go up, left, short, left, right, up, down, like joystick that bitch. Yeah. He's doing lacrosse moves around the goal. Like he's doing, you know how the lacrosse stick has like the little net in it?
Yeah. It feels like he got it, right? Yeah.
It's like he can wave the puck around
like it's sticking to his stick.
Like a fucking lightsaber.
Yeah.
This dude is fucking incredible. He's 18 years old. Connor Bedard is a superstar. And let me tell y'all something. This is why we have to get Caleb Williams. Because superstars change the dynamic of the entire city. When you get a guy like Michael Jordan, which Connor Bedard, I ain't saying he's Michael Jordan, but he's a top-notch superstar. When you get a guy that can elevate a franchise to championship contender and MVPs, and now your city's in the spotlight, the entire mood and the morale of the entire city, the hood, the gangsters, everyone, it uplifts the whole city. People don't notice. The only time that the Chicago population has...
I don't know if hockey does that as much as the other sports.
No, but what my point was to get Caleb Williams, though.
Oh,
he
okay,
could do that.
I'm thinking you're talking about Connor's
Look,
gonna
like we said,
change
hey,
the game.
nephew, like we said.
Gangbangers don't watch hockey like that. No.
Hey,
Not in Chicago,
what
at
about the
least.
Royals?
You know?
What about the Royals? They are the Royals up north. They watch it.
Oh, yeah.
The Simon City Royals watch it.
Ah.
What about the?
He
what
named
about
the one white gang. He
about-
named the one white gang in Chicago. Hold on, the Gaylords next. No.
Hey, shout
Nah.
out to,
Hey,
shout
no,
out to
no.
the, hey,
Hey,
shout
but-
out to the Royals. What up, folks? Shout
Hey,
out to the Gaylords.
the
What up,
Royals ain't
folks?
even white no more, though.
We-
That was
we
the
show
past.
love
That was
to
in the
all
past.
gangs. We showing
Yeah.
love to all gangs, bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And we don't
showing
hate white
love.
people or
Shout out
nothing
to
like
the
that.
Royals.
It's all good.
Shout out to the Gaylords. Shout
We
out
love
to the
all y'all.
Pokes even. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, talking about taking it back. Oh, yeah, start talking
Hey, but
Ambrose
listen,
and Royals.
My point is this: if Caleb Williams proves to be the generational talent that they are saying, just like they said it about Connor Bedard, just like they said about Victor Wembanyama, both of those came true. If he's along that line, we better get that motherfucker, which it looks like we are. Hopefully by next show we'll have a definitive answer.
I'm hoping we do, but they say about May 5th though. It says it's gonna take a little longer.
We gonna see, man.
But
hey,
yeah,
Ryan Post, do the right thing. You better get Caleb Williams, motherfucker.
You see what Connor's doing for the Blackhawks.
Blackhawks, and it's.
It didn't translate to a bunch of wins
here,
or nothing, but
listen, if
the kid
Caleb
is
comes here,
definitely
he's like
the
amazing,
piece.
like throwing 350 yards, bro. Do you not understand how that's gonna uplift Chicago? Like if if the Bears go 3-0 and he's going like 350 yards passing games,
Football,
oh my god!
Football and basketball run this city, and people change because of it.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Hey, shout out to superstar Connor Bedard. I got a lot of goals.
Ooh, and now we're gonna talk a little bit about rap music.
Hey, you know what we do every
we got
episode
our
of the Chicago
section.
show? We close the show with a hip hop topic because we hip hop motherfuckers from the trenches, from the blocks, from the gutter, from the penitentiaries. We out here in Humboldt Park, Boricua. Weber.
What did you think of Vultures? Your first reaction?
Nephew, I have to admit, I was blown away by the quality of this album. Kanye
I love the
West
features.
outdid himself. This album is fucking phenomenal. It has replay value. I'm someone that generally is attracted to more street and gangster music. This is more like grown and sexy. I think they kind of
Mixed it up
towards the female crowd.
Right, they know what the females are doing right now, so they got to mesh in with that
Christ,
too.
We gotta check the heat next time in here.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, dude. It's a hot topic right now. We in the hot seat for real. Oh my God, it's sweating actually and shit. Look at that.
Yeah,
Glisten,
like,
boy.
here, but listen, let's get back to this. The production is
The
phenomenal.
beats, oh
the
man,
mixing is phenomenal.
Yes.
And
And the features. Every
oh my
feature
God.
got off. Everybody
Hey, man.
that featured on the album.
This is your best album I've heard in probably 3 or 4 albums at minimum. This is the best album I've heard from anyone in the past a long time. And listen,
Right.
if people are saying, "Oh, Kanye, this is not supposed to be a lyrical album.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is supposed to be a song for grown people to vibe to, drink to, go on Lakeshore Drive, smoke a ale, smoke a wood. You know what I'm saying? Chill out with your girl, bring her home, make a baby, get pregnant. This is the vibe.
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
like kind of the vibe you get from the album?
I definitely think the production is A+. Every feature that everybody that featured. Now, Kanye, I've heard him on his A game, and he's my favorite rapper ever. You know, so I said it a couple times, and I'll say it again. This
so
one
Kanye's your GOAT or he's your favorite rapper?
He's my favorite rapper. My GOAT is Pac, either way, because
Right.
nobody's gonna take what Pac, puts
Hey,
to
for
the
all
game.
y'all, listen real quick. For you guys to question, you should never question Kanye West lyricism. Because if we, like we do the rewind here
Right.
at the Chicago show, if we
It's
rewind
only
time,
because I've
let me
heard
just-
Ye
let me just- he
be
got-
so lyrical
Oh my
that
God.
that I was like, wow, and then nothing in this album had me like
Hey.
on Ye's verse. There's features on the album that have me like, wow. But none of
listen,
Ye's verses,
Hey,
I
this
think
guy
it was
has
kind of lazy
multiple
by
songs
him.
where the
But
subject and the content matter have never been done in hip hop history except when he did it.
oh yeah, no.
Especially
Trust me.
talk about the college dropout.
Like I just said, Ye's my favorite rapper, but that's why I hold him to an accountability of only on rap.
But this
The
is not
production,
this
there
album
was
is
not a,
directed for the females, grown and sexy crowd. It's not supposed to be lyrical. You know what I'm saying? We've heard Kanye say, She couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. She had hair so long that it looked like weave. And she cut it all off. Now she looked like Eve. She be dealing with some problems that you can't believe. Single black female addicted to retail. And well, it all falls down. When it falls down, you gonna call down. Woo! Kanye was the GOAT. Hey, Kanye, I got Kanye in my top 10 all time. Forget about it. Forget about it. Definitely. I don't want y'all to say shit about his lyrics on this album because, first of all, there is some moments.
Oh no, there's definitely some pushback on his lyrics.
Hey, shout out to
this album.
His verse was incredible.
Freddie went crazy.
Shout out to one
Dirk
of my
went
favorite
crazy.
rappers in history, Bump J. Street Chicago GOAT.
Shout out Chicago.
Shout out to Goon Squad on phone now.
The Three Kings.
Hey, you heard what Bump J said?
Lakeshore Drive.
Here go Goofy, Rudy Goldberg. Jump off in that lane, you get put up on the poster. I was getting head in the ghost and I ghost her. Hey, my dog, Bump J going crazy. Hey, Bump J, I just want you to know right now, it's a dream of mine to do a song with you, my brother. Big Franco G is a huge fan, and I've always have been. And I was actually in a studio session back in the day with Sly Polaroid over there on 23rd and Michigan Avenue on the South Loop. Shout out to the Goon Squad. Shout out to Sly Polaroid. And shout out to Bump J, one of the Chicago greats. Move around. Move around. Remember that? The McDonald's commercial? Yeah. Move around. Hey, man. I give the Vultures album, if we're going stars, I give it 5 stars. If we're grading it on a 10 scale and you're doing it like the fucking figure skating where you got like really, I'm giving it an 8.7, which is like exceptional. If you ever see that guy Portnoy do the pizza reviews,
okay,
where he always does like a specific, because he's like, well, you don't want to go 10 because then you can't put Nefu in a 10. You got to say that's the best of all time.
Right.
I think for me, I think it's close to a 9, which most albums I hear now are like in the 4 to maybe 6 range. So this is one of the best rap albums I've heard in quite some time.
And if I'm gonna scale it, and I'm going 1 through 10, and I'm scaling it definitely on like all the stuff that's came out this year, not all of Kanye's stuff.
This year it's the best.
If I'm going off all the stuff that happened this year, Kanye's taking
it's the best thus far. It's the best project of the year, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
only been a few months.
Conversation.
Right. So, but if you're going based on level of Kanye's albums, this ranks about, like you said, 8.5, 8.7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have other albums that I like of Kanye that would be the 9.9 or 9.8 or 10.0.
Like obviously, College Dropout would be probably a 10.
Top.
That's a perfect album.
Then you got
That's
Late
a
Registration.
Hip-hop classic. Well, I'm not calling this a hip-hop classic, but for modern day times,
for right now,
the totality of an album, it's close to a 9. And shout out to Ty Dolla $ign, because I didn't realize how fire that brother was.
You could tell that this is more.
Delivery and bars is hitting. Like, he's raw.
You could tell he was more focused on the lyrics.
Hey, man.
He was more focused on it because he was like, I got to snap because I'm not doing the beats or I'm not doing the production.
You know? Producing and putting together.
Yeah, so it's too much to do. You got to do a lot.
Right. He's making
I know.
The guy's doing everything.
I've done it. I've done it before, so I know that.
He's almost
right.
He's got to be like 45.
It's hard to do it all.
I think he's older than 45.
He might be.
It's like 47.
He's definitely older.
Hey, shout out to Kanye West, one of the Chicago. Actually, probably the Chicago. Hey, Kanye, real quick. Brother, my brother, we love you. We support you. Please, my brother, I ask you very respectfully, could you please come to the Chicago in the trenches and do some type of contest to uplift the local artists? Do something where someone could win a beat from you, win a feature from somebody, something to uplift the great city of Chicago, which you came from, my brother.
If you want us to run the studio, we'll run it for you. Kanye, we engineers too, man.
I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love much, she has so much
soul.
She said, "Excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Whitney, and I like to blow trees in."
At night I like to show her off.
Coming home. What song was that?
That was the actual Chicago song that he ended up redoing and calling "Coming Home" because I had the original version.
That was from his old shit.
Ooh, and the beat of the original, man, bro.
He made it more like a pop radio song when he made the real song.
Bro, the original
but that song was
version,
excellent.
The original version's beat, I don't think he could get it cleared or something happened, but bro, if you have a chance, I don't even think it's on the internet no more. But I have a friend that has this, the actual thing.
I remember hearing it though, like when I was young back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, what was I?
Bro, that song was like
'03. So I mean, I was like a teenager still.
That song was like our anthem for a while in Chicago.
Kanye, man.
Love you,
shout
man.
out to the
Love
album
you, bro.
Vultures is incredible. Shout out to you. And shout out to Chicago. This is the Chicago show. Everyone from Chicago, we show love. We protect our people. Hey, we Chicago crazy on phone them on folks and free the folks. Big Franco G, episode 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, like the Carter
Free the
5.
people,
Shout
too.
out to
Free the
Big
people,
Knee.
too.
Hey, I feel like Nino Brown in the Carter 5. What up, Lil Wayne? Hey, shout out to Wayne. That's my GOAT. Big Franco G. Nephew, close out the show, my brother.
Man, you already know how we do on the Chicago show, man. It's Big Franco G. It's Nephew. Ooh, we gonna see y'all next week.
Woo!